Hello, couriers and caretakers. My name is FFXIV, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV, where I just want to attack and dethrone God, and I don't see what's so wrong about that, but the game has been strangely reluctant to let me. Fortunately, we may, possibly, hopefully, I think, I dare to dream, have reached the end of that particular quest line, and now there's just a little bit more left, just a bit more, before we get to kill Titan, which is all I've wanted for a while now. So let's go and whistle in 3 designated locations. There you are. This better be good. Greetings, mate. Might you be the one Captain said we'll come calling? I thought so. I pay attention now, because I explained myself twice. Couldn't they just have told me? Like, surely they know the thing that you're about to tell me. It's not news. Years ago, when we was weighing up how to get to Titan, one of our scouts stumbled across this beastman aetherite, see? Ah, what's that look for? Not familiar with him. He speaks of an unamplified aetherite, which has been claimed by a beast tribe. Lest you wonder, there's no fundamental difference between such aetherites and those which you have used on countless occasions, Brick. Ah, well, if it ain't the Shirley and Les, welcome back. Forgive me for interrupting. I had planned to await your report, but I succumbed to curiosity. Tunnels beneath Ogormo form a bewildering labyrinth that no outsider has ever fully explored. How the company of heroes managed to navigate it is a mystery I have long pondered. Give us a bit of credit, love. We're in daftness to try going in the front. A kobold is always digging new tunnels and filling the old ones with traps. One wrong step, and the next thing you know, you've got 100 tons of rock on your knocking. Suicide to even try, see? Funny thing was that the kobolds didn't seem to have no trouble finding their way around, and it was that got us thinking. I mean, Ogorama mines are like completing city, aren't they? And getting around that city that big would be a right pain in the arse if you didn't have an Ethernet, wouldn't it? So it's the reason that the kobolds must have one, didn't it? Even if there were aetherite shards in the depths of Ogormo, you would need to attune yourself to them before you could identify their signatures within the live stream. Ah, well, actually, but you're wrong, love. We had this Charlian bloke to help us see. Delivered us right into the Titan's bedchamber, he did. I don't rightly know how he did it, but I do remember him saying if it weren't nothing any Charlian scholars worth their salt couldn't manage. Did he now? Locating a beacon in the absence of a known signature might be possible if the aetherites in question happened to be... Oh yes, but in order to guide us traveller to say beacon safely, a second party would be required to... Well, it is possible, in theory at least, yet I cannot be certain until I try. Plainly, it all will depend upon whether or not I am worth my salt. You are less. Don't worry about that. Have a bit of faith in yourself. Don't know what the hell his accent is. Why don't we go to Selma's Run and take a closer look at the aetherite? It ain't far. Though there's sure to be a few kobolds blocking the way. Not you can't handle, mind. Finally. Movement! Action! Stuff happening! Where are we going? Up there. Okay. Lord of Crags. Ass Crag. I'm 12. Hi, are you hostile? Yep. And doing a bit more damage than I'd like, if I'm honest. Quite a lot more damage than I'd like. Okay, running away now. A little tough when you are, well, when you're a DPS anyway. A DPS with probably quite suboptimal gear, now that I think of it. Well, thank God I started my quest as a tank, then. It could also be Because, like, technically, at this point, my pugilist is probably supposed to be a monk. That probably makes a small difference. That'll have to wait, though. I want to kill God! So, this is the Aetheryte the Company of Heroes used to gain access to Titan's Sanctuary. It is as Papalimo speculated. In its present state, the Aetheryte signal will not be strong enough for our purposes. I may, however, be able to use my own energies to amplify it. Alas, the task will monopolize my attention for the duration. It seems you will have to proceed without me, Brick. I must needs remain here and supply this beacon's power, lest you be denied your only path of escape. Fear not, I will summon the Maelstrom's forces stationed nearby to protect us. With effort, it is possible that I may be able to stabilize the Aetheryte signal and thereby join with you, albeit belatedly. Until such time as I do, you will be on your own. Now, let us see if I am worth my salt. I've located another beacon, one far below the mountain. I can only speculate as to what you will find there, so stint not in your preparations. The Navel? Oh, okay, I should ask the, free company. Well, it's a Monday morning, but I'll ask. Woohoo! So, this is going to be the first one that I do with a party composed, well, mostly, of people from the Free Company. So that should be fun.
And yes, an invader from above. He uses our Aetherites against us. He has defiled Titan's sacred sanctuary. Trespassed, violated, defiled. Overdwellers must leave. Overdwellers must fly. Brothers and sisters, fear him not. His fate shall be decided by the Lord of Cracks. Hear me, Overdweller. You and your treacherous brethren must be held to account for the breaking of the covenant. You shall be the first to face judgment. Then Limsalamensa and her oath-breakers. Liars, betrayers, oath-breakers!
Is he wrong?
Oh, great Father, Lord of Cracks, Titan, we summon you. Titan, we summon you. Titan, we summon you!
Oh, no dungeon exploration, just directly into the fun. Right then. Don't stand in the AoEs. And probably try to avoid anything that's an insta-kill. Heck, if I... Oh, that's a look for ya. Boy!
He's come! He's come! The Lord of Cracks Titan has come!
Overdweller, art thou deaf to their weeping? Thy vile kind coveteth ever the blessing of the land, and murdereth my children by the score, all in service to greed. Such sins are beyond pardon. Ah, but I am not first to suffer thy defiance. Thou didst bring Ifrit low. Godless Overdweller, the myriad heresy shall not go unpunished. Upon thee I shall wreak a terrible vengeance.
Cool story, bro. Let's go. Coward bummer. Sweet. Oh, he's a punchy boy. Hits me hard. Not hard enough. He seems to be... Okay, just a big jump. Oi! Over here, dickhead. Okay, I'm getting hurt. Landslide. No! Okay, so that throws you off the platform. Well, that's not great. Oh, are we just gonna wipe? Holy shit. Let's try that again. My old enemy, gravity. Come to menace me once again. Okay, so the jump deals more damage the closer you are, but... So you can't get out of the AoE, but you can get, like, behind, like, away from the center of impact. Okay. There we go. Okay, I don't think I can interrupt him on landslide. As far as I can tell, that's not possible anyway. Okay. Little bit of care and attention here, then. Okay, just be near the outer edge of it, I guess. Oh! He seems mad. Where's Titan's heart? Someone is getting that person out of it, right? Yeah, good. Ah! Ha ha ha! Heartbreaking, isn't it? Oh, he's mad now. Oh, music change. Not sure what that is, but don't hit me with it, please. I should really listen to this music properly. No landslide for me, please, thank you. Down, boy!
Oof. The Lord of Crimes, Great Father Titan has fallen!
Yeah, give me that crystal. Pokemon, gotta catch 'em all. I know it's my destiny.
The crimes of the Overdwellers will never be forgiven, never be forgotten. No, never. 'Twas your kin who broke the covenant. We have acted only in defense of our lands. Cease your aggression, or there never will be peace. Until our dying breaths, we shall defy you, deny, decry, defy.
It's almost as though expansionism is bad or something. I don't know. Now these are the readings one would expect of an icon. I've seen enough. We proceed as planned. Are you sure that is wise, my lord? Your curiosity is untested and unproven. We do not yet know its true capabilities. Then trust in mine, Ritatin? Ritatin. Huh. My curiosity, as you so eloquently put it, would have bested Titan in the blink of an eye. Why, if there be truth to the legends, it could easily subjugate the whole of Eorzea. But given a little while longer, is that not so? It is. No single power has ever been conceived, much less realized. What you say may well be true, but while such devices may win battles, I do not believe they will serve to change the course of this war. Oh, but they will. Have a little faith, my friend. I cannot endorse this course of action. You're gonna have to kill him, I guess. Fool. And now he has a fourth. Fascinating. Carry on, Crystal Bearer. For though you have come, your work is far from done. Oh hey, she made it. And naught remained to mark his passing. Well, the Ascians are nothing if not elusive. It is of little wonder that they should cast advanced teleportation magics at will. But that they would choose to consort with the Empire. What common goal could they possibly have? I mean, we cast teleportation all the time as well, just saying. Hey, you're Stola! Missed the party. I feared you might arrive too late, but I see you had the matter well in hand. I have taken measures to ensure that we are not pursued, yet I cannot say how long they will hold. Take your leave while the kobolds are still in disarray. I will follow anon. There's something I must investigate before I depart. I will teleport you to the Aetheryte and Selma's Run, and we will rendezvous at Camp Bronze Lake. Agreed? Sweet. I have successfully attacked and dethroned God. To Camp Bronze. Oh, cool outfit. Oh, that's pretty nice. Like using the gold and the red. Yeah, that works. What the heck's that guy so mad about? Are you okay there? Do you need a help? Do you need a hand? Okay, listen. Fuck off. Leave him alone, dickhead. Jeez. What an ass. Anyway. We should probably head to Camp Bronze Lake. Y'shtola. Where are you? Oh, right there. I'm just blind. I'm relieved to see you well, but come, let us discuss our next step. Oh, wait, no, I want that experience for my pugilist. Bonk. The word will already have reached Maelstrom Command. Protocol requires that a representative of our order inform the High Commander of the mission's success. The honor is rightfully yours, Brick. Once again, I must commend you on a job well done. We shall speak again soon. Okay. Oh, it's good to see you, Sergeant Ultham. Word of your triumph reached me some time a while ago, but I'm pleased to have it personally confirmed. First Ifrit and now Titan. Truly, when I think of your achievements, I feel the loss of the Warriors of Light less keenly, and there can be no greater compliment than that. You and your order are heroes. Suffice it to say, we are glad to have a Scion in our ranks. Yeah, well, if you guys could just, like, fucking not with the encroaching on Goblin lands anymore, that would be good. I should relay the details of your report to the Admiral forthwith. Please, send my regards to the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. Until next time, Sergeant. Yeah, stop attacking the kobolds. Stop fucking with them.
But this is inferior. Your score has informed me of your success. You have won a great victory for the people of Yorcia, one that shall not be forgotten. And what's more, both you and your sword have emerged from Ogomoro unscathed. What Tataru and the others seem as glad advanced the day of Titan's fall. You can look forward to a hero's welcome. We'll be awaiting your return to Waking Sands. There's much to discuss. Godspeed.
Love having a codec. Anyway, this questy thing, the sound, the music, la da 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 da. Yeah, what is that? Why is that there? Rising Attendant. In looking to the past, we take solace in the present and think of what the future may hold. That is the very essence of the Rising. This year we shall have prepared a spectacular fireworks celebration. It is sure to enthrall everyone in attendance. Okay, so that's where the fireworks were at. The Rising is a period of remembrance that commemorates those lives that were lost during the great tragedy that was the calamity. We also pay tribute to the unsung heroes who risked life and limb that others might know a brighter future. And so the streets are decorated with somber trappings and the night skies filled with vibrant fireworks. The solemn atmosphere and bright lights above may spur others to reflect on the doom portended by Dalamud. By doing so, they may give thanks for the present and muster hope for a brighter tomorrow. Okay, are there quests associated with this? Actually, hang on, I'll just ask the freaking Free Company. The quest is in Ul'dah. Okay, Let's see if we can find it then. Rising Calm. That looks like the right thing. Limited time quest. Ooh, a parasol! Sweet. What's up? Oh, you're an adventurer, are you? Was there something I can assist you with? Now that I think about it, perhaps it's you who can assist me. Cute hat. I'm KP Yakya, reporter for Gridania's leading tabloid, The Raven. Might I steal a moment of your time? Sure. So, here's the thing. Just recently, an unusual visitor cut through Gridania's markets like a scythe in a frenzy to purchase every Nemaya lily available, and I mean all of them. For what purpose, I hear you ask? Well, my friend, I sense the answer to that question will provide the basis for my next scoop, and so I did some nosing around. No one I talked to could put a name to our mysterious flower fancier, but by all accounts, he and his cargo hold of lilies had departed for Ul'dah. Not wanting the trail to grow cold, I quickly grabbed my quill and notepad and boarded an airship myself. And was quickly reminded how hard it is to chase a story in unfamiliar territory. You know this town and its people well enough, don't you? What say you to lending a hand to my investigative efforts? I suppose if I'd be happy to? Wonderful. Then we've no time to lose. First thing first, we pay a visit to the nearest drinking establishment. The local tavern is always the best place to pick up tidbits of gossip and rumor. Well. She's excited. Okay, then. To the drinking establishment. Man, but the frickin' prelude. It does always bring a little bit of warmth to my heart. My, those are some serious faces. What can I do for you this fine afternoon? Hey, flowers. Someone bought them all? Yeah. Oh, playing reporter, are we? Sounds like fun. Let's hear your question, then. We are attempting to track down a particular someone who purchased a suspiciously large number of Navel lilies in Gridania before transporting them here to Uldar. Any idea who this person might be? We've more than our fair share of traders coming and going. And large ship... Oh, right, I did give her a southern accent, didn't I? And large shipment arriving in our city is hardly a noteworthy occurrence. But now that you mention it, I do remember this florid minstrel fellow who came in just the other day. Said he pulled in from Gridania and needed to get help hauling a hefty delivery to the Alchemist's Guild. He's actually a familiar face in these parts. Never did get his name, though, strangely enough. A nameless traveler arriving from Gridania with a sizable cargo to move. That sounds promising. Well, like I said, it was just a request to move cargo. Before you run off to a possible dead end with the Alchemist, I suggest you fish for more information inside the quicksand. After all, where else can you find so many gossipy adventurers crammed into one spot? That certainly makes sense. Between the two of us, however, I see no reason why we cannot do both. I shall stay here and interview the clientele while you chase down our other lead at the Alchemist's Guild. What do you think? Then that will be our plan. Once you've spoken with the potion mixers, make your way back here and we can discuss any new revelations. I want an umbrella. That sounds fun. Just a big cat man walking around with an umbrella. I hope it's too small. I hope it's like a little tiny one. That would be so cute. Anyway, where are we going? That way. Let's see. There should be an aetheryte around here, right? Yeah. Can't remember if I've got all the aetherytes here yet, but should have one that's closer at least. Oh, I do. I have them all. What? That was a noise. So boldly you approach a master of his profession. I warn you, this matter best be deserving of a precious moment you steal away from my unending research. Yeah, is it dudes and flowers? You question me for a tabloid piece? Away with you. I refuse to waste another instance on this trivial nonsense. But just a moment. Perhaps there's a shred of scholarly value to this, after all. I vaguely recall the flamboyant character of whom you speak and his request to process a vast quantity of floral material. It's laughable that I would undertake such a menial chore, of course, so I assign the task to my subordinates. If you wish to discuss the tedious details, Dietrich is your man. Sup, tedious man? Well, I should be delighted to assist you. This is regarding that large delivery of Navel lilies. Yes, the guild did accept the task involving said flowers, as commissioned by a nomadic minstrel gentleman. And though I cannot reveal the nature of what we produced, I can tell you that it shall be distributed amongst the populace as part of the events of the Rising. If you wish to know more, then might I suggest you speak to the gentleman himself? Adventurer, you're back. Did the alchemists offer up any new information? So, to summarize, this famously unnamed minstrel of nomadic inclination commissioned the manufacture of some yet as unknown item to be handed out during the Rising. Oh, I heartily agree we should speak with him directly, and as luck may have it, I just discovered that he means to put on a performance at the Ruby Road Exchange. I think it's time for one of my patented on-the-spot interviews, don't you think? If we hurry over, we can catch him before he takes the stage. Okay. Alright, over here. Huh, Catboy Slim. Nice. Greetings, sir. I'm terribly sorry to interrupt, but you are the famous wandering minstrel, are you not? Oh, I am indeed. What might I do for your fine people? I've been following you, to be perfectly honest. I'm curious to learn more about the wagon load of lilies you turned over to the alchemists, not to mention your plans to distribute the results of their work. You follow me? But how did you... I mean, why would you... A rider for the Raven. Explains much. And did you also learn what I tasked the alchemist to create? Is the coil out of the bag for all to smell? No. We were hoping you might tell us. Good. Then my surprise remains unspoiled. The plan, if you must know, is to handle out bundles of potpourri to all and sundry during the Rising. As in flowers mixed with spices? That aromatic stuff you see in bowls and parlor tables and the like? The very same, except my potpourri will delight the eyes as much as the nose, thanks to the alchemical wizardry infused by my co-conspirators. And yet, even without such enchantments, the scent of the male lilies is known to promote calm and tranquility. The rising is a time of remembrance, of mourning. It's a time when sorrow can overwhelm folks who lost friends and loved ones in the seventh umbral calamity. It is my hope that the lily's gentle perfume will afford such burdened souls a modicum of peace during this oft-times melancholy memorial.
Oh my, what a genuinely lovely idea.
Only, just this moment we're making arrangement for, a showcase of my humble talents where I shall hand out potpourri bundles to the audience. Again, I'm glad we met you ere you inadvertently spread word of our little surprise gift. I trust you now have sufficient detail to write your article?
Oh yes, I have plenty to work with, thank you.
Splendid. Now, since you've joined the inner circle, so to speak, we must have you play a role in the performance. You needn't fret so. I merely wish for your assistance as passing out potpourri. I can supply the crowd at the show, but it would be most helpful if you might deliver the bundles to some other parts of town.
Oh, we would be happy to, and it could only help me flesh out the story.
Nice outfit. Potpourri, huh?
Let's head back to the Quicksand, adventurer. If we hand out bundles there, then we can be sure to cover folk from every corner of the city.
We were low on helping hands, to tell the truth. This worked out for the best. Please come and meet me at the Ruby Road Exchange once you finish with the task. Oh, that's nice. I assume, since it's like a seasonal event, that this is not going to be some big evil scheme.
Let's get to work, shall we?
What is it you're giving up there, adventurer? No, yeah, he's keeping that voice. They're keeping that voice. She? They. I can't necessarily tell. Mimio mio.
I know this scent. Nemea lily, yes? The flowers often placed in the graves of the fallen, a practice with which I am, alas, intimately familiar. Why choose this particular bloom? I see. Perhaps the perfume does remind one of the peace of repose, rather than the violence which took our companions from us. It would seem your minstrel has given the matter some thought. For Cardinal veterans such as myself, the season of the rising can be a torment, like the throbbing pain of an old wound. I will keep this bundle close, I think, and breathe in its calm whenever I feel my thoughts turning grim. Captain Bissett there, ain't you, Brick? I know it's before the rising and all, but it tickles me to see a promising adventurer such as yourself handing out presents like a simple errand boy. I mean, ever since we first met, you've always been the type to lend aid where it's needed. And you haven't changed one bit. Makes me happy, it does. Not to mention a little misty-eyed. The good you've done for folk will linger on, an unshakable foundation for your future. Keep going the way you're going, my friend, and we'll be all the better for it. Here, why don't you let me have whatever bundles you've got left, and I'll put them together with the ones I took from your reporter friend. If we leave a basketful out on the guild counter, I guarantee they'll hand themselves out before the rising is over. Mistress Murdy took a good amount off my hands, but I think we've done our fair share of the work. We should go and see the minstrel and let him know we completed our task.
Fireworks time! Fireworks, fireworks. Yay! They really are very pretty. Anyway, this way. The report is my most qualified assistant returned. The performance went well, I must say, but what of your story research? Were the townsfolk willing to share any moving material?
Yes, they were unexpectedly forthcoming. I was regaled with many an anecdote from those who lived through the calamity, and privileged to hear their treasured memories of those who did not. Back when the calamity was poised to strike, I'd only just earned my reporter's quill. I was rushing around town, questioning adventurers and taking notes. But as Dalamut descended ever lower, the streets erupted into chaos. It was then that I fled with my younger brother to the border in relative safety. There were a few less prudent friends and colleagues who might still be here if they'd done the same. In the years since, the world has risen from the ashes. I've done my best to rise along with it, but there are things I should not forget. Such are the thoughts which blossom in my mind when I breathe that potpourri's perfume. I've enjoyed our collaboration this day, adventurer, and I shall attempt to write a piece that does it justice. What say you to Rising Calm as a title?
Sounds good. How fitting. I look forward to reading it. I, too, sense the stirring of new composition. A hopeful verse, dedicated to the continued safe passage of those who yet ascend the path out of catastrophe and despair.
Greetings, warrior of light. You needn't be alarmed. This is a world that exists outside your reality. Could it be a dream? A flight of fancy conjured by your weary mind? Perhaps, or perhaps not.
Wait, is this...
It is a pleasure to have made your acquaintance. My name is Naoki Yoshida, and you have my most heartfelt thanks for gracing this world with your presence, your deeds of surpassing courage and valor.
It's a developer self-insert. I thought his face was like... Not familiar, because I don't think I know what Mr. Yoshida looks like in real life, but something about the way the model was rendered made me like, hang on, that looks a little unusual for a Final Fantasy character. Hello, Mr. Yoshida. He's one of the producers, right?
On a day such as today, I hope you'll forgive me a brief bout of nostalgia. It has been an entire decade since I first came to this world. I was a stranger here, a traveler in a troubled land, and the quest for its salvation consumed my every moment.
Oh, okay, I get it, I see. So, the original launch that went wrong.
Countless trials were met and overcome, and the world not only survived, it flourished. This victory we owe to those who persevered alongside us, to those who have explored and nurtured and loved this realm as much as we. Yes, it is you of whom I speak, of our indomitable adventurers. 10 years is a long time, yes, but for me the number holds no special significance. It's simply a count of the passage of days. Success, however, would not have come without the accumulation of that daily effort, and that is what makes it a milestone worth marking. Thank you for staying the course with us these many years. I will keep making plans for this world for the foreseeable future. It has become part of my life, and to see it grow is an adventure in itself. Rest well, warrior of light, for a grand convergence of events approaches. May the road upon which you embark become the greatest of all journeys. Oh, thanks, man. Until we meet again, my friend. I will say, having watched the no-clip documentary about, like, the history of Final Fantasy XIV and the production and, like, how much the people who worked on it poured into that game. Yeah, that is a little touching. It is. It's nice that they get, presumably it's because it's the anniversary, so, like, they allow themselves that little indulgence of having their self-insert OC come along and, hey, you know, thanks for playing the game. We know we know it started out kind of bad. What a moving rendition. Now I really must head home to write that article. You have my gratitude, Brick. I would still be floundering in the street without your assistance. Until we meet again. A great many lives were lost in the flames of the calamity, not to mention the chaos which followed. Yet, it is the survivors who must face the challenges of living in this new era we have salvaged. That has a different weight now that I know it's a frickin' producer who's talking to me. To you, champion in the vanguard of our efforts, I dedicate these verses. Scarred by the falling of fiery stars, the lands were born with a new life. God-slayer struck by an echoing roar, heavens ring with the promise of strife. Beast and man both seek freedom or death in bloody inferno untamed. By unbroken hopes from a sky long undimmed, shall the darkness of Eld be reclaimed. A merciless gale and unending road, if this be the path we have fated, then pray be our dawn in the rift betwixt worlds, your soul's splendid light unabated. I really must apologize you for pressing into service for my potpourri scheme. I tend to consider adventurers as fellow wanderers and call upon the assistance of your kind with a little reservation. I mean, I feel you've earned it. Like, it's probably okay. As for the gifts themselves, well, that's another reason why I chose them in the Maya Lily. Traditionally, the bloom is said to represent a prayer for safe passage. The way ahead yet promises more hardship, and I wanted, at the very least, to wish all of you the smoothest road for the coming journey. Yeah, that's nice. I like that. Hey! It's the icon of the game. Oh, hey, a card. Red Moon Parasol. And Nemea Potpourri. You have unlocked the Jigsaw puzzle minigame. To play minigames, open at the toy chest found in any inn room. Jigsaw? Oh, 2 slots in my inventory. Yeah, okay, fine. Personal effect. Okay, fashion accessories. Let me see. You've gained access to a fashion accessory. To use it first, select fashion accessories under character from the main menu. The actions to equip accessories can be used directly from this menu or registered to your hotbar. After equipping them, they can be removed by pressing the action again. Okay. Okay, fashion accessories. Aw, it's big. I was hoping it would be a little tiny parasol, like way too small for Brick. That would be funny. It's nice. Now I have that. I can't help myself. Like when I hear the prelude.
It's such a good melody because it's so simple. And the funny thing about the prelude is like it really all it is. It's a series of arpeggiated chords, pretty much. Like it's just a bunch of runs up and down a scale. And as I recall, if I recall the story correctly, Nobuo Uematsu, like he wrote it like it wasn't supposed to be that important. Like it was just like for the like the NES game Final Fantasy, the first one, they needed something to play underneath like the screen where like the story just kind of goes across. That was it. That was all it was supposed to be. It was never supposed to be like a recurring motif. They thought, this is the story, of course, always of Final Fantasy, is like they thought Final Fantasy was gonna be their final game. Squaresoft back in the day when they were making games for the NES, they weren't doing so hot. Like they put out a few flops. They weren't like looking at a great financial situation in the face. And so, God damn it, the original executive director of Final Fantasy, Hironobu Sakaguchi, I believe is his name. Basically he thought, okay, this is going to be our last chance. Like, this is going to be a last chance to make a video game. It's going to be our final chance, and he wanted to make a fantasy game, hence the name Final Fantasy. And the prelude was just that. It was just like, oh, it's a prelude for the game. It's not supposed to be important. It's not supposed to matter. In much the same way that Final Fantasy itself was never supposed to be more than one game. And it was essentially an adaptation. Like if you play the original Final Fantasy 1, especially like with the Pixel remaster that came out recently, which is very good, it really is just... It's like someone's D&D campaign. Like, that's really what it feels like, Final Fantasy 1. It feels like someone's D&D campaign that just got transformed into a game. Like, it really works very much on Dungeons & Dragons rules in a lot of ways. And that's, like, because it was so successful, because it became such a runaway smash hit, and they were able to make a second one and a third one, where you can really, if you play Final Fantasy 2 and 3, you can really see them, like surprised by their own success in some ways, like sort of like flailing around to try and find new ways to create this series before they kind of settle on. By Final Fantasy IV, they finally settle on like what becomes a recognizable Final Fantasy formula in terms of the way that it tells a story, the way that it handles it, like its monsters and battles and stuff like that. But yeah, the prelude was never supposed to be anything, and yet now, 20 years later, to a Final Fantasy fan, this little bit of music, that little harp melody going up and down, da, 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 da. Like, it means everything. It means every single goddamn one of those games. So, you know, like, when, like me, you have a lot of nostalgic attachment to that. And when this song is associated with so many memories, and for me, good lord, it really is. And so much of my childhood, like, Final Fantasy VII was the first JRPG, not the first one I played, I think, but it was the first one that really hooked my mind, like, that completely got me, like, just sunk itself into my soul, and it has never let go ever since. And that game begins with that melody. So all of my memories of Final Fantasy VII are tied to it. All of the memories of Final Fantasy VIII and 9 and 10 and 12 and 13, like, good and bad. And then, like, after I played Final Fantasy VII, like, that's when I went back and tried out Final Fantasy VI and 5 and 4, and eventually made my way all the way back to, like, 1, 2, and 3, and, like, so much of Final Fantasy has shaped my understanding of JRPGs. Like, it's a really kind of a foundational thing for me in, like, this is one of the games that sort of taught me to see games as more than just funny lightbox press buttons make man jump things, right? Like, that sort of taught me to see, oh, hey, actually there's storytelling, there's world building, there's art here. Like, art. Because, like, before, I feel like Final Fantasy VII was the game that sort of awakened my consciousness to the idea that games are more than just, you know, Skinner boxes that spit serotonin into your head, that they can have themes and ideas and something to say. And it took me a good long time to sort of figure out what exactly that meant to me. Like, Final Fantasy VII, to this day, I believe, is, like, one of the most politically radical games like I've ever played when you look back at it. and especially in the ways that it identifies, like environmentalism as the great moral cause of our generation, which, like, holy shit, did that turn out to be true or what? And the way that it identifies like militarism and the adulation of conquerors as a primary social evil and a primary just moral evil. And again, wow, talk about getting it right, 20 years ago. Like, it's a tremendously important game series to me, and like that bit of music there. But of course, also listening to Mr. Yoshida give his little speech about the importance of this game to him. Yeah, it does. Oh my god, I don't know who you are, but thank you. Oh, you had the most perfect timing, my friend. That was amazing. Ow, 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 ow. Okay. I'm standing here talking about, oh yes, Final Fantasy. So many important stories and themes and memories and all. It's so emotionally important to me. And then a large dude in a body costume. Oh, that fit him really well, by the way. He looked amazing. Just jumping around in the background. Oh, reminding me that video games are also, besides everything else, supposed to be fun. Oh. I do get in my head a little bit much sometimes. I do get in my head. Oh, hey, guild member. Free company member running around. That was amazing. Thank you very much. I didn't catch your name. But thank you very much, person in a in a Playboy bunny costume. Oh, that was the perfect moment. That was perfect. Thank you. I like this game. He's back. He ran past again. Oh my god, like, comment, subscribe.